Now, let's talk about forwarding proxies. Let me add it here first. Forwarding proxies. Okay, now a forwarding proxy, this is sometimes called proxy servers or a web proxy or HTTP proxies. They're all the same. So all of the terminologies are interchangeable. So we use this forwarding proxy most of the time for outbound web transactions. And some of their functionalities includes authentication and authorization as well. So let me draw our topology. So I have PCA and PCB. I will also add our proxy server. Okay, so this is our proxy server. They are all in the same network. So let's say they are in 192.168.10.0/24, and let's say this is dot one dot PCB is dot two, and our forwarding proxy is dot 100. Now their default gateway is a router, and the router sends or forward the traffic to the internet. Okay, there you go. And I'm also gonna add multiple websites. Okay, so these are public websites. There. So here's how it works. Let's say we have PCA, our first example. We have PCA, and he wants to send traffic to one of the website. What it will do is it will forward the traffic to the default gateway, which is the router, and then the router routes it to the internet via service provider device. Okay, so it will forward the traffic to the internet until it reaches the destination. Now, what will happen here is this server, it may probably, there's a chance that the IP address that is sending transaction to this server is the IP address of the router because of NAT overload or path. But it's actually the PCA who is directly communicating to this server. So the session is from PCA to the server. Okay. Now, in the case of PCB, we have now the PCB, and the PCB doesn't have the same configuration of PCA because we're going to enable HTTP proxy. So HTTP proxy is configured in your web browser, such as Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, etc. And then you need to point the IP address of your web proxy, your forwarding proxy servers. So I'm gonna add here 192.168.10.100, this IP address. So what will happen here is every time the PCB sends traffic to the website, it will not send directly to the router as a default gateway or as the next hop. What it will do is it will forward it to the proxy, the HTTP proxy, and then the HTTP proxy will forward it to the router will route it to the internet until it reaches the destination website. Now, in this perspective, this destination website sees that the one who's sending transaction is not PCB. Okay, the one sending transaction is the proxy server. So source is the proxy server. Forwarding proxy is mainly used for outbound security because you are hiding the exposure of your user devices such as PCs, tablets, etc. You can also filter illegal websites for outbound connection. For example, you can block users who wants to access porn, gambling, drugs website. You can also enable caching and application acceleration as well.